Welcome to the first DreamTree Project. Along the way, there will be signs to read, stories to tell. There will be watering holes and porta potties on the way. Porta potties are party potties are located at Mile Market 2, 4, and 6. Without further ado, let me introduce co-directors of DreamTree Project, Cami Hartman and Kim Treiber.
Hi everybody, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. It's awesome to see you all out here. We're psyched that it's sunny. I want to introduce our youth here today, and if you see them, please get to know them. They're awesome human beings. This is Brian over here. This is David, Chris, John, Lorenda. This big guy is Sunny. This is Alice and Vanessa. And this is Kim, if you don't know.
This is Cami. And I just want to say that this is Cami's brainchild. She came up with this really cool idea to not only do the walk-a-thon, but have each of us become a youth that might need a shelter, or just to educate and have some compassion for what takes place in a youth's life, to have them get to the place where they might need DreamTree or anyone's services that are providing youth programs. So I'm going to let Cami plug herself a little bit.
Morton mentioned your t-shirts. Each one of you has a beautiful t-shirt made by Viva Sports. Each color will correspond to a sign. So as we're walking about 8.10, 8/10 of a mile, you'll see the first set of signs. If you are green, for example, you read the green signs as you go along, and every step you take, you will be that young person and kind of live the experiences that they've lived. And just want to say that every step you take brings us that much closer to opening an emergency youth shelter. So give yourselves a humongous hand.
Okay, so we just want to really thank our community, and we have 3 representatives of our community. Hi, April. We have 3 fabulous representatives of our community that are going to just say a couple of words of blessings for not only the shelter, but for all of us here today, giving your time and your energy and your well wishes to this project. So first I'd like to introduce Steve Wired.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Cami, and the board and all the people that are here to support the effort. I just want to say that a wise friend told me once that there's a sacredness about place, time, and people. And I believe that. I believe there's a sacredness at this place, at this bridge. And we come to offer blessings and hope. Sometimes people have come to this place and they felt desperate. The emergency shelter for teenagers is going to be a place where folks don't have to feel so desperate. They know they have a place. Every one of us needs a place. And the tree house is going to be that place for a lot of teens over the years. And that's why it's very special. Go in peace and bless you, and thank you for everything you've done. Amen.
John's right here. You guys, when we get up to the road, stop and let everybody gather up behind us. Yeah. All right here? I thought we were going to
And one of our major goals was to raise awareness about what homelessness really is about, especially for our young people. So we got the idea to have a walk-a-thon, and we thought we would kind of bring the faces to the public's eye by creating the signs. And along the way, each sign corresponds to the color-coded t-shirts. And they're telling a story of a young person's life. So as somebody walks the walk-a-thon, they actually get to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. And
literally.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, yeah. So the DreamTree Project was started as a dream from 7 women, knowing that there was a need in our city to serve youth. There was youth coming out of residential treatment centers, youth coming out of jail, youth living on the streets, or just living in unsafe environments. And these 7 women decided that there needed to be more services in our community. So we started the DreamTree Project, which is a transitional living program for homeless youth, ages 16 to 24, male and female. The youth live in our program, receive counseling, and the whole goal is independence. So they work on life skills, they get jobs in the community, they're expected to continue their education and be involved in the community. As we so well know, it takes a community to make things happen, and DreamTree was created by donations from the public, grants, and lots of love and hard work, and we believe it's important to give back. So all of our young people participate in fundraising as well as giving back to the community. This walk-a-thon is important for us because the next goal, or the next step in the DreamTree Project's legacy, is to start an emergency youth shelter. This shelter will serve young people ages 13 to 17, short-term stay and middle-of-the-night crisis for those youth who may be suicidal, may be experiencing abuse at home, or be unsafe for any reason whatsoever. They can come to the DreamTree Project just for a couple hours or even a couple of weeks. And the new name of our shelter is going to be the Treehouse, and we're pretty excited to get that underway.
What was really exciting about the walk-a-thon was after we got through with it, everybody was pretty jazzed about becoming a youth, and I think if they didn't previously understand maybe what our youth experience along the way, or what happens to a kid when they are in crises, I think the signs along the way really helped people step into that and have some compassion. And from what I heard, people were discussing along the way, in between signs, who they were and what their person was experiencing, and really delving into some philosophical discussions about maybe social issues, moral issues, values. How are we taking care of our youth, and what are we doing about it? And the really great part was that everybody who participated in this walk-a-thon, not only walkers but everyone who made it possible, really gets to participate in the creation of the Treehouse. You know, we're going from a program, our original DreamTree program, Transitional Living, serving 8 youth at a time. When we're into the Treehouse, we'll be able to serve 24 youth at a time from the ages of 13 to 24. So we're essentially tripling our capacity and our programming in 1 year, and it's overwhelming and it's exciting, and we couldn't do it without the community's support.
You mentioned earlier that you support the young people that come through the Project for Life. Mm-hmm. How does that work?
What we do with the DreamTree Project, or what our intention is to create a family, an extension of themselves that they can always come back to for support anytime. So if a young person has been in our program ever, we offer aftercare services, and that involves case management, therapy, or just a helping hand into finding other resources. And we find so far that every youth that has come through our doors does want to have continued contact and calls us up to tell us about accomplishments. Sometimes calls us up to say, "Oh, I got in trouble," but actually the latter is pretty few and far between. Most kids are finding their way in the world, and they know that we're always there to support them if they stumble.